your colleague Woj and saying that, let me get the wording right, Russell Westbrook is welcoming to idea of Sam Presti engineering a trade that would bring an end to his illustrious 11-year Thunder career. So under the concept of what you just mentioned with Paul George, it's out there now. I mean, is there any turning back? What happens with Westbrook here, Ramona?
Yeah, there's turning back. I mean, shoot, like we've been talking about Chris Paul for a couple of months now, right? And whether he's going to get traded and whether he would welcome a trade and where he might want to play if he were to be traded. I mean, this, nothing. I think with Westbrook, the wording there is delicate, and I've been involved in writing stories like that where you really choose your words carefully because what, of course, the avoidance is, he hasn't. I can't say this because this is Woj's story. Okay, I don't know. But the question is he welcoming to a trade? Is that the same as asking for a trade? I don't think, we're in the same ballpark, right? Maybe, but in some ways it actually matters. It matters a lot whether you're asking for a trade or you're welcoming to a trade, right? And most people, sometimes you just kind of throw out Westbrook trade, blah, blah, blah. You forget all those words that are so carefully chosen by whoever wrote the story. But I think that matters because I don't know that they trade him. I know that it would it's always better to, once something's out in the open and uncomfortable, it's usually better to move on as quickly as possible. But, Westbrook is a foundational piece in Oklahoma. You don't get a chance to, you don't get a player like that very often. And if you have to trade that player, or if you feel like you have to trade that player, you better do it right. And it's a tricky contract to trade. I mean, he's not exactly at his peak value. He's not coming off a banner season. He looks like a guy whose athleticism was starting to wane, whose flaws as a player look worse with age. There's an argument to be made that they should just bring him back and run it back for the first 20 games of this year and let him rebuild his value, and then see where they end up. But so as much as they would be nice to have a resolution, I'm sure, just for the comfort factor of everyone involved. I don't think you rush that unless you feel really good about it.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.